Well, what's this one about? I assume it. Did you know this? I didn't know this. The 150th anniversary of the Gettysburg Address. I didn't know that. Um, what are we doing? The sick irony that like you get to see our like court system working in favor of like the homicidal like the racist rent-a-cop. You see how it like works very smoothly for him. He's not. The fact that he got bombed is, insane. Murdered a teenager. He didn't have to be carrying a gun. I don't know if everyone's aware of that. He's the kind of guy, he brings his own gun where, just has his own gun. He's he's a neighborhood watch, but he carries his own gun. It's like that type of person, right? And people like that are racist, but that's not the point. The point is they let him out on bond, uh, uh, right off the bat. But I mean, is it that you're pointing out the sick irony that like it's the anniversary of this? We got to see this how fairly he gets sort of really like treated very well by our court system. He does. I mean, he was no bond. Because he has sort of financially, he's sort of not a guy who makes any money, so but he can't. So he petitioned to get the electronic bracelet to monitor, make sure he doesn't run free. And they said sure, whatever you need, because you're a rent-a-cop and we're judges, and this is our universe. Not the fact that you killed a teenager in cold blood that was didn't know you were, but created your own situation where killed a teenager, but and there's gonna be a possible reason why that was set off other than you're a fucking psycho racist like idiot. But right, I mean, is it the sick irony that like you get to see how well he's treated by our court system on the anniversary of the Gettysburg Address? Is that what we're pointing out today? That is pretty sickly ironic. But it's not that the society itself progresses very fast in terms of racism among like the people of the country. Right? I mean, the election of Barack Obama does say something. I mean, people's attitudes like no, but the systems. Oh no, it's like that thing where you saw him in court. Like so in the other video, it looked like something from the 50s. It looked like something from the 50s. It looked like he was among friends. A judge and bailiffs and this and the court and the public defender and these are his people. It's the system, and he really treated like well. I mean, no bond, and they said that this will be even though you were acquitted, even though you murdered that kid. Like this will be treated as a that won't be held against you. He said, thank you. I mean, is it that you get to watch how racist our system is? They have all kinds of other prejudices too, but that's the most glaring one. But I guess that the point of what we're doing. But why was that the point today? Of why do I mean of just now of having me turn on the TV? It has to be. It's these systems. It's the people in the systems. This includes like social workers and people who work with. I mean, it includes everybody. It's the courts. It's the social workers. It's the system. It's the system itself. But it's prejudice. It's prejudice all kinds of other people too. But the one that's really off the chain is how they treat like minorities and especially black people. But no, that's that. But it's also it is it's sort of it's a type of white person actually that is in all our systems. That's part of it too. But but I mean, is that the point? It's the anniversary of the Gettysburg Address, and is that sort of the point? Abraham Lincoln's rolling in his grave. Loss of economic sovereignty, and the country still has the entire court system and everything is racist against black people, and the currency has no value, and we have no economic sovereignty. Like Abraham Lincoln is spinning in his grave. By the way, the Civil War wasn't fought over states' rights. I mean, every time I hear that, The state's rights to hold slaves. I mean, that is you want to talk about a sore spot for the narrator. It wasn't fought over states' rights. It wasn't fought over states' rights, and the South would have never had the balls to try to secede from the Union unless they were backed by the British Empire that wanted to keep this a slave plantation. That's the truth. They were, they were gonna. I mean, that wasn't gonna work. But I mean, was that the point? Was that the point of having me turn on the TV?